Good evening, all. Thank you for joining on today's session. My name is Preeti Sudha. I'm working as a director in Rice Training Institute. So first of all, um I'm welcoming you all for today's session. Resume building, which is especially on ATS format resume building on for the healthcare IT careers. And so I am very glad to host this session on behalf of Rice Trainings. And every time Rice Trainings is take a stand for the students to build up their careers, to help their careers, what is important and what is the trend in the corporate industry. We always bring it to you for your notice and make you understand for your better career planning. So in the process of this one. So today we are introducing this special webinar. So of course, we are discussing what are healthcare IT careers, different options we have for healthcare professionals. Okay, and also, especially today, we are introducing a new resume building concept, which is ATS format resume building. Okay, corporate style of corporate has a different style to receive their resumes. So the ATS format is such kind of things, and today we are going to explain this for all the students of Rice Trainings. Not only all for the Rice Training students who has attending today's webinar are all going to benefit from today's webinar, and that is for sure. So today's takeout from this webinar is a worthwhile. Okay, so please pay attention to this webinar. And the first part of our webinar, I'm going to explain what are the different career options you have as a healthcare professional. You have there are many healthcare career options are there. I'm going to explain all these things, and this is for a quick note. And the second part is very important. Which yes,
டாக்ஸில அப்படிதான்
can you mute yourself, please?
புக் பண்ற மாதிரிமா போன்ல
Ranjit, could you mute yourself? And Kirtana Bai also, please mute yourself. Thank you. This is for the harmony of the webinar. Please keep yourself in mute. When only you have if you have any doubts or if you want to talk, please raise your hand. Virtual hand is there, right? So you can raise your hand virtually. So I'll let you answer. I will allow you to ask a question. Okay, but please don't unmute yourselves in between the session, and don't create chaos. Okay, and the second part of the webinar is conducted by Sheikh Zubey, who is an expert in resume building, and he is going to explain what is this ATS format resume and how it is going to help you. And for as a freshers, okay, the resume is very important, which is the first impression of yourselves to the recruiters. So how to write a resume? The normal format we know, and we might have taken from our seniors, and you have copied pasted your resume. But still you are everyone has to update, right? So if there is a certain format in the corporate industry, we have to follow that one to upgrade ourselves, so that the recruiters immediately they can immediately recognize your talents, your key points, your skills, right? So that is the main topic today. And before going to that session, so now I'm going to explain about what are all the different healthcare career options we have as a healthcare professionals. Okay, so let me share my screen. Allow me a moment. I hope you are able to see my screen, right? Now you are able to see my screen, right? You can type it in the chat. Yes, no.
Yes, ma'am, it is visible. Please carry on.
Yeah, thank you. So, what are all the different career options we have as a healthcare professionals? Um, so today in this session, in this first session, we are going to discuss about what are all the traditional careers we have, what are all the trending careers we have for the healthcare professionals, and what are the benefits of IT careers, and what are the different, in detail, we are going to discuss one by one. What are all the different parts like pharmacovigilance, medical writing, CDM, clinical research, clinical SaaS, medical coding, clinical communications, computer system validation, of regulatory affairs, metrovigilance, all these things. We are not in detail, but in short, we are going to discuss the benefits of these things and job roles, job descriptions, and the qualification for these kind of jobs and the salary expectation. This is what you are mainly concerned, right? For any kind of job we are looking for. So the first concern is how much um, they are going to pay us. That is what most matters, right? So that is also we are going to discuss today. And yes, after graduation, every graduate thinks about this one thing. What is it? What is going to be the next thing? What we are going to do the next? And as a fresher, you have many career options in front of you. But you get confused which option to choose. There are so many things to decide a career. So you must know the what are the qualification for the job. If you want to apply for a job, what are the qualifications for the job? How much salary it is going to give us, and is there any career scope? How it would be the career scope in that department, or whatever the option you choose. Okay, so there are so many doubts, okay, and confusion you might have as a fresher to choose a career, right? So here we are going to discuss all these things today, and I am going to explain all these. What are the qualifications, salary expectations, the growth also in those things. There are two kind of um, uh, careers are there for the pharmacy, nursing, and for physiotherapy students, and for the BPT, BDS, or for all these people. Okay, MSc Life Sciences people. So these are all the different careers we have. First thing, teaching is a standard one. Settling as a lecturer is a standard one. You can peacefully sit in your home, and in the standard time you can go to the school, college, and come back by very early. So it is a settled one. Okay, and the next one is marketing. Pharma marketing is there, uh, which is usually the male ones are preferred here, and it gives you a very good scope. Okay, the salaries and the allowances they are giving is very good. If you want to um, join immediately, if you want a job immediately, and you are expecting a little bit of high salary and allowances, all these things, and also you are willing to take a risk. Risk means it is a on-road job. You have to travel here and there. So if you are willing to take, so pharma marketing is a very good one. Okay, and retail pharmacist is a another one. It is into the business. If you are good into business, then you can take this job as a retail pharmacist. And production, in the pharma industry you can enter as a pharma, in the production you can enter. So there are many jobs. You can settle as a quality control reviewer, quality controller, and quality assurance department, and many jobs are there. And R&D department is there, research and development. And you can have any job in the production, that is a pharma industry production. And Hospital pharmacist. Every hospital has pharmacist, right? So hospital pharmacist is a, of course, these are also government jobs. Central government jobs are there, and state government jobs are also there as a hospital pharmacist. And obviously, always we can select research as an option. Like in the research and development department, you can work, or else in the CROs, clinical research industries, you can work any kind of research, literature research. Okay, and these in these kind of works you can choose. These are traditional options we have for this pharma students or healthcare professionals from the ages. What are the trending ones? Most of the people not know these things till a decade back also. Okay, these are all developed. Please stop drawing on my screen. Please keep your hands to yourself. Give me a second, guys. If you do these things, I need to erase all these things. Okay, I don't have such so much time. So please keep your hands to yourself. Don't mess with my screen. Right? So what are the trending career options which have been developed or has came up with the very fast which are giving very fast career growth for the past 10 years? There are pharmacovigilance, medical coding, medical writing, clinical data management, and computer system validation, business analyst, and clinical SaaS, regulatory affairs, HERO, and medical communications. Okay, Argus administrations. Okay, there are many jobs are there. Okay, in medical writing itself, it has so many branches. Okay, so you can choose any of these options. Okay, and what is the benefit of joining in this trending job, IT jobs? You can peacefully have, please all of you mute yourselves. You can peacefully have 5 days work for a week, and 2 days you can have your personal time, so that you can have okay, work-life balance. Okay, you can focus on your work, also on your personal things. So most of the people, why they choose IT jobs is for the work-life balance. And I'm sorry. Please mute yourselves, ma. Seema Gupta, please mute yourself. And work from home options are there for most of the jobs. What I have mentioned, if you are into mid-level, not for the freshers. Okay, not for the freshers, but for if you are into a mid-level, if you are a mid-level employee, you can happily have a work from home options. No, you no need to go to the senior level employment also. Okay, senior level also. If you are a mid-level, you can happily have work from home options. But don't ask me, if I am a fresher, can I have a work from home? The chances are 95% no. I can say 99% no. As a fresher, you need to start career and you have to show your talent to the your employer, and they have to believe in you. They have to believe you to give these options, work from home options. Okay, and the career progression for these healthcare IT jobs are very good. And trust me, guys, okay, this one career progression very well. So, for example, take myself as an example. I started my career in 2010. Okay, my colleagues, my friends, my colleagues, and my juniors, many of them. Okay, so they are working for more than, 15 lakhs to 20 lakhs per annum nowadays. Okay, so you can understand. So within 10 years, where you can see yourself. Can if you are consistent in your job for a particular period of time, you can easily have 10 lakh per annum to 50 lakhs per annum. There are people who have rocket speed in their career. They are working for 20 plus lakh per annums also. There are few are there. So as an industry expert, I'm explaining all these things to you. And abroad, Ima Gupta, could you mute yourself, please? Please don't mind. Please mute yourself. Give me a second, guys. Okay. And abroad opportunities, always you have abroad opportunities for all these kinds of jobs. And if you work for few years here, and if you go to um if you go to abroad, then if you have a few years of experience here, then you are a what to say, you can go to any country. Okay. And also after few years, now everything is globalized, right? So after 3 to 4 years of experience, if you want to take a remote job, especially for the girls or the women employees, if they want to take um if they want to take this work from home jobs, they can easily sit in your home and do the um do the work from home options. You can work for the Europe companies. You can sit in your home and work for the US companies. You can sit in your home and work for the Australian companies. Okay. So there is such kind of options. Everything is globalized. And I personally know many of my friends are working for Europe companies from their homes. They are working for Europe companies. They are working for Australian and US companies. Everything is globalized. So if all the thing you need to have is, you must have little bit of experience, in this in this kind of jobs, then you will get this kind of um, work from home opportunities and abroad opportunities also. And no one will ask you from which country you are asking. All the things you need to know, you need to know the regulations as per the standards. Okay, then they will easily recruit you. They will ask you, you are Indian? No. You are Australian? We won't recruit. You are a Spanish guy? No, we won't recruit. No, it's not like that. Wherever you are is okay. If you have the standards and if you have the skills, they will recruit you. And we can have work-life balance. Obviously, I explained this thing. So because it's a 5 days of work and 2 days office there, you can manage both personal works and the professional works also. And the next thing is, I'm going to explain little bit about clinical research. Okay, first thing, the pillar for all these IT careers is clinical research. From this clinical research, everything is evolved. All kinds of jobs are evolved. So it is must thing to know what is clinical research. Okay, and how many kinds of jobs it offers, and know which option you want to choose. Okay, before going to that one, you need to understand what is clinical research. So allow me a few moments to explain what is clinical research. So clinical research is a branch of healthcare science that determines the safety and effectiveness of medications, devices, diagnostic procedures, diagnostic products, and treatment regimens intended for the human use. Where we are here, we are working on whether the medications or devices or diagnostic products or treatment regimens which are helpful for the human use, and we are studying their safety and effectiveness of those things. Okay, please guys, please keep your hands to yourself, don't touch the screen. Okay, and clinical research can be a promising career in India and for those aspirants with strong interest in healthcare industry. And so there are two types of clinical research is there. So there are observational studies are there and clinical trials are there. Okay, observational studies that aim to identify and analyze the patterns in the medical data or in the biological samples, such as in the tissue or blood provided by the guys. Give me a moment, please. I'm little bit annoyed with these kind of things. Please don't do these, guys. If you are not interested, you can leave the session. Please don't annoy us. Okay, this is a live session and many students from throughout the country are listening here. Please don't disturb. If you are not interested, please leave. Okay, there is no compulsion here, and we are not going to force you to listen everything. We are just trying to help you. Right. And Zubair, are you there in the session? I'm making you as host. Uh,
Yes, ma'am. Please host me. I'll change the settings.
yeah. Give me a moment. Sir, guys, give me a moment, please. I'll reshare. Zubair, please take care of all these things. So I'm little bit I'm not able to focus my things, and also please allow the participants who are joining lately. Okay. And sorry guys. Well, we can continue the session. Yes. So there are two kinds of clinical research are there. One is observational studies and another one is clinical trials. Observational studies are aim to identify the these analyze patterns in the data, like they collect the blood samples and analyze the data from what are the effects of the medication or the toxicologic studies or the bioavailability studies. All these kinds comes under the observational studies. And next is clinical trials, which are also called as investigational trials, where we are going to study the so we are going to, what is this? Zubair, can you delete all these things?
Yes, ma'am. Oh, 1 minute.
Please change the settings also. Guys,
Yeah.
if you are not interested, please leave. Please don't annoy us. Right? So, guys, give me a moment. Zubair, has settings has changed.
Yes, ma'am. Please carry on. I'm trying to remove all the people who are not in mute also.
Yeah, thank you. So clinical trials are the ones. So where we are going to study the safety and effectiveness of the who is doing all these things? Aisha Sharma, please. Please stop
Yeah,
this, Aisha Sharma.
I removed her, ma'am. No problem.
What?
I removed her.
and people who are joining lately also don't allow them, Zubair, because they might join with other IDs also. Okay. Okay. So moving on. So this is a end-to-end process in the clinical trial, like a study design and protocol development is the first stage of clinical trial process. They come up with the protocol and they study the design, how to conduct the clinical trials. Okay. And then after coming up with this design and the protocol, they go for the ethical committee approval. So ethical committee, after checking all these things, and they will give the approval. So ethical committee ensures the safety of the health volunteers or the subjects participating in the study. And then they'll go for the regulatory approval to conduct the clinical trials. And then they'll do the trial initiation, and patient recruitment and enrollment will be done next, and they conduct the clinical trial. And after that one, after conducting the clinical trial, they gather the data analysis and they do the analysis part. This is where the most of the jobs are coming. Clinical data management or computer system validation, whatever. Okay, so these jobs like clinical SaaS, all are coming from this one, like data analysis. And regulatory submissions are there. After completion of the study, they submit the regulatory submissions, and after regulatory submission about the complete clinical study, regulatory authorities review that one, review the clinical study, and then they approve the market and approve the product, and the product will be launched into the market. And then comes the post-marketing surveillance. So these are all different areas. So all these areas gives these many jobs. Not only these, there are many jobs too, many jobs added to whatever are mentioned here. So if you take clinical operations itself, and there are hierarchy, like you can be a clinical operation manager, means in-house CRA.
Madam.
What, Ajay?
Yes. First slide.
This one. This one.
First slide show, please.
What is your question? Okay, thank you. So if you take clinical operations as your career, you can start as clinical research associate, and then clinical research coordinator, and senior clinical research associate or coordinator, and clinical team leader, then project manager, clinical operations manager. In this here itself, you can have many job options. Clinical coordinators are there, clinical, and many nurses are involved, many pharmacists are involved, lab technicians are involved here to conduct a clinical study. And clinical investigators are there, co-investigators, sub-investigators are there in the clinical research itself, or clinical trial. And data management or data analysis. Okay, here you can have in the data management, like data entry operator are there, QC or QA coordinator, validation programmer, and like clinical data management. This comes as a clinical data management, which is very you can have you can see n number of job openings for clinical data in the clinical data management department. And if you are a regular follower of RISE trainings, you might have seen our posts in the LinkedIn or in the healthcare IT careers group. So there are many data management jobs are there. So like the lead ones and the managers, so many, and pharmacovigilance. So pharmacovigilance is another thing, and medical writing is there, biostatistics. Okay, like where the SaaS programmers comes. So you can start as a trainee or analyst, and you can end up as a manager, senior manager, or head biostatics. And business development, so is another thing. And the quality assurance department is there. Like you can start your career as a QA trainee, and you can end up as a head. and head as the company head and global head, there is no end. And regulatory affairs is there. You can start your career as a executive in the regulatory affairs and assistant managers, manager 1, manager 2, like that, and then head and directors like that also. And medical affairs is there. This is another one. And medical communications, and many jobs are there in the clinical research industry itself. Let's see what is clinical data management. So clinical data management is a critical process in clinical research, which leads to the generation of high quality, reliable, and statistically sound data from clinical trials. Okay, so this clinical data management ensures the collection, integration, availability of data at appropriate quality and cost. You know what is clinical research is a years process. It is not a 1 year or a few months thing. Okay, it is a every clinical trial continues for about 5 to 7 years approximately. You can understand how much of data we are getting every day, we are documenting, and how much of data we can have at the end of the 7 years. So this clinical data management plays very vital role in this clinical research. There are many jobs are there in the clinical data management, and many companies are giving these jobs nowadays. And these in the clinical trials, so after getting the safety and efficacy data, so we analyze this data and we can give that information to the product development in the pharma industry. Based on this analyzed data only, the product development is done. Okay, and many IT firms are taking on clinical data management projects nowadays, which will create more opportunities and vacancies. And then comes the pharmacovigilance. So most of you know pharmacovigilance, and the thing is, in your pharmacy curriculum or M-Pharma curriculum, you are having pharmacovigilance as a subject also now, right? Or as a chapter. So many of you are aware of pharmacovigilance, and many of you are fond of pharmacovigilance. See, so what is it? It is the science and activities related to the detection, assessment, understanding, prevention of the adverse effects or any other drug related problems. So we are, when this is a process of detection, assessing, and understanding, prevention of adverse reaction. This is a science. And the pharmacovigilance is a good career option for the professionals, where they need to work closely with the regulatory compliance, medical affairs, and clinical research to ensure the effective identification, evaluation, and management of adverse drug reaction. This is a very good option, and career growth is also very high. The career in pharmacovigilance looks very promising, and as the increase in adoption of new technologies, including the use of artificial intelligence and big data analytics and machine learning. And pharmacovigilance jobs usually require degree in the science, like pharmacy or related field. Like a nurse can be a pharmacovigilance professional, or else a BDS one, or else who are this MSc people are also people who have the clinical knowledge. If they have clinical knowledge, then they can enter. And also the people, whoever if they have clinical knowledge, then they are eligible for the pharmacovigilance jobs. And if you see, the career growth in PV is promising. You can start your career as a drug safety associate with 3 lakhs per annum. Nowadays, most of the companies are offering 3.4, 3.6. And you can, within 10 years, you can end up at 10 lakhs per annum. Okay, but you should be consistent. You should be consistent in the industry and keep on upgrading yourself. Then you can easily have, within 10 years, you can have this 10 to 12 lakh per annum easily. And many of the students who are already taken the pharmacovigilance course have a doubt that PV is being automated, right? So can we have these jobs? Yes. Still, pharmacovigilance is very much open to the jobs, because automation is only for the one part, and people who are working in the pharmacovigilance really know how much of analysis the means the medical analysis, medical judgment we have to give by reviewing the documents or reviewing the medical source documents. So to apply this medical knowledge, automation, it doesn't work. Okay, the people has to do that one. So yes, there is an automation, but it is applied to only few of the things, not to the complete pharmacovigilance. So there are n number of pharmacovigilance jobs are there, and India is the one of the major hub for the pharmacovigilance. So many companies from the US or from the UK, the pharma industries, they are choosing India as the pharmacovigilance hub because it is very well developed, and most of the professional have the niche knowledge. Okay, so we have so much of human resources here for healthcare professionals eagerly waiting to work. So India already became a pharmacovigilance hub, and almost 250 companies are there throughout India. And the next one is medical writing. Guys, if you are a studious girl or a boy, please take this career option. All this medical writing requires is little bit of patience and so much of knowledge. Medical writing involves creating well-structured scientific documents that include clinical research documents, content for healthcare website, health magazines, and journal and news. So you need to document all these things. And medical writing can be associated, it can be classified into two types, like regulatory medical writing and educational medical writing. This is actually regulatory medical writing. We can consider this one as a separate wing also. Okay, so regulatory medical writing is there, educational medical writing is there, and all you need to do is write the articles. Okay, and medical writers in India have routinely reported high job satisfaction ratings in employee surveys because it most of the time there is no deadlines are there. Of course, for every job there are deadlines, but there is no so much of pressure in medical writing, but it demands highly intellectual skills, right? You must have good writing skills, not handwriting. Okay, so you must have a good writing skills, and also you must have this communication skills very much. And also you must be able to read the documents. Okay, they will give you this bundle of documents to read and write, right? So you must understand all those things. So if you are a studious student and you can do this part, and medical writing is for you, right? And it pays you very good, because this is a thing which needs a lot of time and focus. And Ajay, please don't touch the screen. And individuals from different educational backgrounds come together across the CROs and pharmaceutical companies in India to work as medical writers. And medical writing industry in many ways is a recession proof industry. Okay, so there is no recession. So you can see recession in many other jobs, but medical writing is a good one. So there is no, always documentation, article reviews are very much needed for healthcare industry. So there is no recession in the medical writing. And clinical SAS, if you are a science person and if you are good at maths, please learn this clinical SAS. I suggest you. And believe me, having a science knowledge and little bit of analytical skills keeps you stand at the top in the industry. And clinical source is such kind of program. So statistical clinical source is a statistical analysis system, is a biostatistical program used to maintain and produce tables listing clinical data management and graphs for the clinical trial reports, among other things. Okay, and clinical SAS is the use and deployment of the tools, products, programming the language offered by the SAS Institute in the analysis and reporting clinical trials data. So I already mentioned clinical trials data is very huge, and we apply so much of analytics there. So when we are applying analytics, we need to apply the tools. So clinical source gives such kind of tools to analyze the data, right? So If you choose this one, then you would be top in the industry, and it pays you really high also. Clinical SaaS really pays you high. And so where are the clinical SaaS? If you learn this clinical SaaS, where would you be? So you can be a data analyst, biostatistician, you can be a SaaS programmer, and you can be a clinical research associate who works for the pharmaceutical companies, CROs, and academic institutes. And medical coding. So guys, if you are in a need of immediate job joining, and if you are a B pharmacy or MSc student, or if you want to join, even though you are a pharmacy student or MSc, pharmacy student, if you want to join in any job immediately, then please choose medical coding, because medical coding market is always open. Okay, they demand so much. That means the resources level is so much, because the work is more on medical coding industry is very well established in India, and this is also one of the most India is the hub for the medical coding industry. And medical coding is a, what is it, medical coding? So this one is a transformation of healthcare diagnosis procedures, medical services, equipment into the universal medical alphanumeric codes. So so whatever the diagnostic procedures we undergo in the hospital, and diagnosis, the procedures, medical services, equipment, for all these things, we are giving some medical alphanumerical codes, which can be helpful for the insurance companies or for the medical institutions for these purposes. And a patient diagnostics test results, treatment must be documented, not only for the reimbursement but to guarantee high quality care in future visits. Okay, so this is where medical coding works. And medical coding is a dynamic and evolving field that requires constant learning and updating of skills. And if you want to be a medical coder, you can be a medical coder without certifications also. Like immediate joiners, like B pharmacy students, if you take this course, medical coding course, you are eligible. They can take you for the medical coding job. But if you are a certified person, then they really pay you high. Okay, so the CPC certification, and there are few other certifications are there for the medical coding. So if you are certified a medical coder, then you are you can have these kind of jobs anywhere in the world. And trust me, this Canada, these Arabic countries, and these Western countries, most of the Western countries, US, they really pay you high if you are a CPC certified medical coder. Okay, but if you are still not a certified coder, if you learn the course and if you can be a medical coder, but the pay will be lesser compared to the certified coders. Okay, and you can ask me, so whether I can join as a medical, means if I join as a fresher, so do I have to continue with the slow salary? No need. After you joined in the industry, take a little bit of time, 1 year or 2 years, then you can understand complete process of medical coding, attend the CPC certification on your own, then you can easily crack the exam. Okay, so you can be a certified medical coder with little bit of experience. You can apply anywhere in the world, right? So next thing is medical communication. Guys, trust me, medical communication, every day there are jobs in medical communications. Every day. If you search clearly, you can see n number of medical communication jobs. Okay, and there are not only the LinkedIn and Naukri, there are many other options are there where you can see where you can see abroad opportunities for medical means this all kind of healthcare opportunity. If you see clearly, most of them asks this medical communication jobs only, comes under medical communication. So what are these medical communication jobs? So there are medical communications are designed to stimulate awareness, discussion, and procurement of new medical devices, drugs, and the treatment. So medical communication comes under, it gives the awareness and discussion about these medical kind of devices or drugs. So we are writing all these things. Of course, this is also a writing kind of thing, a writing kind of a job. And medical communication involves in gathering, organizing, interpreting, and presenting information in a manner appropriate for target audience. Whatever the information regulatory authorities want to give, or the manufacturing authorization holders want to share with the patients or the healthcare professionals, or like physicians, like that. Okay, they have to communicate, right? So the medical communication comes, they means takes part there. So you can be a medical communicator, and we are writing all these kind of this interpretation and sharing the information. And medical communication works include the journal articles, educational material for the healthcare professionals, regulatory documents for the government agencies, patient education brochures, and sales, training, and marketing materials. Okay, so these sales, training, marketing materials, patient education brochures, and these are very well-known jobs. Okay, they can easily hire, means you can see n number of jobs in these two things. So journal articles, of course, they need little bit of intellectual skills and educational materials and regulatory documentation. These are little bit of into these professional kind of things, which pays you little bit high. But most of the jobs are from these two categories: patient education brochures and medical sales and training marketing materials. So these are the first important things. And then comes the material vigilance. Material vigilance is a parallel to pharmacovigilance things, but where in the pharmacovigilance we are discussing the adverse reactions about a drug. But here in the material vigilance we are discussing about adverse reaction caused by the medical devices. Okay, what are medical devices? From the bandage to the syringes, and what are all the equipment which are involved in the medical process or in the treatment process, diagnostic process, are all said to be medical devices. If these any of these medical devices gives the adverse drug reaction, then definitely material vigilance plays major role here. And so I'm not going to explain much more because time is running very fastly. And next one is computer system validation. Guys, computer system validation, consider this one as a IT job for the pharmacovigilance. Means IT jobs for the healthcare industries. And if you are interested, and if you are talented with, means if you are blessed with little bit of stats, maths, and then choose this one. Okay, computer system validation. So every part in the healthcare industry involves a computer, right? Starting from the production, clinical trials, whatever the industry is, so it involves the computers, right? So we are validating whatever the process is going on, we are validating that one. Okay, so it needs little bit of technical things, but as a fresher, as a healthcare professional, you can start your career as a computer system validation, because this is obviously we are working for the healthcare industry, right? We are eligible, and it fills our pocket really high. And CSV is a systematic process that involves a number of critical and important activities during the product life cycle, verifying that the final product quality complies according to the regulatory requirements. What are we are checking here? Whatever the process going on in the industry or in the institute organization is complying with the regulatory requirements or not. We are checking that one. And in the pharmaceutical industry, computer system validation is essential for regulating, essential for guaranteeing overall sufficient quality control of final product. And in pharmaceutical industry, any computers involved in the following process should be validated, like research and development, laboratory, lab notebook manuals, batch record manufacturing process, analytic testing, stability process, whatnot, everything has to be validated. If a process is going on in the industry, pharma industry, that has to be validated. Everything is as per the regulatory requirements or not. So you can have a number of jobs in this industry. And regulatory affairs, this is the standard one, high paid one, and also deals very closely with the regulatory authorities. And so these can be these regulatory affair professionals considered as the people, like locally we call them as lawyers, right? So in the healthcare industry, these people works as the lawyers, because these are the people who are watching over the regulations of any industry, means considered in the any company, whether they are following as per the rules set up by the regulatory authorities or not. Okay, so this is very good industry, and pharma regulatory affairs refers to the professionals who maintain regulations from within the industry. Regulatory affairs ensures companies comply with all of the regulations and laws pertaining to their business. And regulatory affairs involves working with the federal, state, and local regulatory agencies and personnel on specific issues affecting their business. And in a career in regulatory affairs is one of the versatile professions one can ever come across, because it provides diverse employment opportunities. So there are many job opportunities in regulatory affairs. A number of branches are there. So for in every industry, they have to, they should have these regulatory professionals, regulatory department. They should have a regulatory department in any kind of pharma industry. So there you can have these regulatory employees. So there is a huge demand in the field of regulatory affairs for the professionals and experts who are extremely familiar with the law of the land regarding medical and healthcare products. So regulatory affairs you can learn, of course, maybe your regulatory affairs, nowadays regulatory affairs you can have it as a M-pharmacy specialization also. Okay, because for pharma industry, regulatory affairs is such a need. People has to know. So the PCA also introduced the regulatory affairs as a special, what is it? Special PG, okay, postgraduate course. You can directly know this regulatory affairs. People who are not a regulatory affairs professional as a PG student, so you can take courses and learn these regulatory affairs, and you can enter the industry. So for all these courses, what I have mentioned, the qualifications are B Pharmacy, M Pharmacy graduates, Pharmacy graduates, BSc, MSc Nursing graduates are there, and BDS, MDS students, BHMS, BIMS, MBBS, and MD. So you can ask why MBBS, MDs are there, doctors, right? Why they are working in this industry? Yes, in clinical research, the clinical investigators are MBBS, MDs to MD graduates. Graduates or postgraduates. In the pharmacovigilance, after we have done our part, the physicians are there. They are going to review whatever we have done. The medical reviewers, they are called as medical reviewers. So every part. So the head of each and every department are MBBS, MDs graduates. So anyone can take or pursue these careers. The salary expectation, guys, what I'm mentioning here is rough estimation. And before going to talk about these things, I want to explain the salary structures and expect how the salary varies. See, if you choose an area, means of course all these are you can avail all these courses in the metropolitan cities only. So by choosing the area, okay, depending on the cost of living on that area, it varies. The salary varies from 0.1 to 0.5K, like 10 to 50,000 varies. Okay, 5K, 1K to 5K, it varies. Okay, so if you choose a pharmacovigilance professional in Chennai, they can get 2.8 through or 3. The same person, if the same professional, if you are as a fresher, if you are hired in the Bangalore, they'll offer you 3.4 to 3.6. Why? The cost of living is different. You can happily live in Chennai with 2.8 in a very comfortable zone. So, but you cannot live with the same salary in the Bangalore in the comfort zone. So because the cost of living is little bit high, so it differs. So whatever the differences in the salaries mentioning here, so it depends on the area if you are choosing. Suppose if you are if you are from Hyderabad, or if you are anywhere from the AP or Telangana, if you are, I mean, from the south state, if you are choosing a North Indian job option, they will pay you little bit high because they have to show you some accommodation and also that's traveling allowances, everything. So you can get a little bit high. So most of the time we cannot leave our comfort zone and go there to grab the job, but they will pay you because the distance is high. They will pay you. But if you are a local of Hyderabad and if you are applying for the job in the Hyderabad, they will pay you little bit of, means not much more. The normal amount they will pay you because you are a local here. You can have a you might have already have a your own home, and you can manage the travel also, right? So based on all these things, the salary differs. Okay, so pharmacovigilance in the usually 2.4 to 5.5 are there, and medical writing 3.1 to 5.1, and clinical data management 3.1 to 4 lakh per annum, clinical research 3.1 to 4.1, and clinical source also 3.6 to 5.5 lakh per annum. Medical coding, so why this is less? Because if as a fresher without certification, if you join, you can start your career as 2.2 or 3.5. If you are a coder, you can, if you are a certified coder, you can have a little bit high. Medical communications, 3.6 to 4.5 lakhs per annum, and vigilance 2.4 to 4.0 lakhs per annum, and computer system validation, 2.5 to 4.5. So guys, you can have higher salaries also in the computer system validation. Regulatory affairs, 3.0 to 4.0 lakh per annum. If you see, most of the jobs are starting from 3.5. And I will give you one tip here. If anyone asks you as a fresher, when you are hired, if anyone asks you how much salary you are expecting, please don't say I'm expecting 3.5 lakhs per annum or 3 lakhs per annum. Please don't say. As a fresher, you are not supposed to demand. Opportunity is very important. So I have seen many students who failed in this part only in the interview. Because of their reasons, they got rejected. So as a freshers, please don't demand. Opportunity is the must thing. First you grab that one. When you are going for the second option, then you can demand. So this is from my end. So thank you all for listening. I hope I have given you a little bit of idea what are all the different career options as a healthcare professionals you have, and how you can choose, and what are all these areas of, means the areas of interest are there. So based on your interest, you can choose them also. Okay, guys. So if you have any doubts, okay, I'm stopping the sharing. So guys, if you have any doubts, we can discuss. Please post it in the chat group. Okay, so we can have them at the end of the session. I will reply all your questions. Okay, and because of the time constraint, our Sheikh Zubair is he is starting the next session. So welcome, Zubair. So Sheikh Zubair is a coordinator in the rice training industry. So he is taking part. He is closely working with rice trainings industry for the past 2 years. So he's an expert in this kind of resume preparation and all these things, guys. So Zubair, I welcome you. So this is, I mean, it is over to you.
Yeah, thank you very much, ma'am. Hello, everyone. Good evening. Is my screen visible to all of you?
Yes, it is visible.
Yeah. So I don't want to take much of your time because already we are late. I just want to share you some tips and tricks uh, to prepare a ATS friendly resume to apply any type of jobs. So ATS means Applicant Tracking System. Okay. So in this session, we are going to discuss about what is a ATS and why it matters. Common mistakes that get resumes rejected, how to optimize your resumes for ATS. Like, then I will show to how to optimize your resume as per the ATS. Then we can go with the question and answer session. So 75% of your resumes are rejected by ATS before reaching to a human. Here, human we can consider as any manager or HR of the company. So understanding ATS helps improve job search success. Then we can prepare this ATS friendly resume by using job description. In the job description, they'll I'll just show one of the job description to you. So is this visible?
Yes, Juberi, it is visible.
Yeah, okay. 1 minute, I'll share my screen. Now, are you able to see this clinical research associate one job by Paraxel? Yeah, here you can see this job description they have given. What are their requirements? What are the key accountabilities? Here, key accountabilities means what are your responsibilities after you get hired into the company. So they have given that building relationship with investigators and site staff. So these are the responsibilities you are going to take up after getting into the job. So all these are required in a single line manner. So do describe this building relationship with the investigators and site staff. Site staff. You can write as a communication skills. You can add your communication skills when going to the interview. You must have to give the example how your communications helps to excel in your studies. So this is the job description. I will show you. For example, in the live session only, I will show you how to use ChatGPT. Yeah, I already have a chat. I will give ChatGPT, I just copied and pasted here. I'll give ChatGPT that prepare my resume according to this job description. As you can see, please, you can say like, mm, please update my resume according to this given job description. Mm, This is too long. I'm just giving the job description which is necessary to tailor your resume. So in moving all the unnecessary content. Yeah. You can ask like, please tailor my resume according to the given job description. It will process all the data and then it will tailor your resume. You can just say according to the given JD. Yeah, it started to prepare my resume. It is given professional summary. See, as you can see, according to the given job description, ChatGPT started giving me skills and competencies required as per the job description. Like for a clinical research associate, it must be you have a vigilant knowledge about clinical site monitoring, regulatory compliances, data quality and integrity, training and communication skills, study oversight. All these are the required skills and competencies to do a job as a clinical research associate. Work experience. Uh, if you have any work experience, then you can add and edit this resume. Yeah, education and under certifications. If you are a B Farm, M Farm, Farm D, MSc, BSc, BDS, anything. At last, you can add a single para to attract the HR or manager. Why you want to join in this role? Like I am eager to contribute my expertise in clinical site management, regulatory compliance, and data quality oversight. And all this you can add. It is just a small paragraph, but it makes a huge impact to the HR. And also you can add a para about why you want to join as in a Paraxel. I can show that resume to you. I will show my one of my resume. Yeah, this is one of my resume which I had applied for the role of pharmacovigilance. So why you wanted to join in Paraxel? Here it is a small paragraph written about Paraxel that its commitment to improving global health through rigorous drug safety aligns with dedication pharmacovigilance excellence. It's just a small resume, but shows a huge impact. So that's it. We can how to use ChatGPT to tailor your resume. Yeah. So according to the job descriptions and the keywords they use in the job description, only 25% of the resumes are reaching to the human or HR. 75% of the resume are rejected by the ATS. It is a software actually used by most of the companies globally. Then, as I said that all your ATS, all your resumes screened by ATS, it uses keywords and formatting. How good is your formatting? Like I'll show a resume format where the alignment, like you can see in a single alignment at the end of this the end of this page, it started everything. Alignment also plays a major role. I just want to say one thing. Many of the fresher resumes are rejected by the HRs due to the they don't align properly. Alignment also plays a major role in the HR to get a call from the company. So be vigilant. With it usually takes a 2 minutes to check all the alignment properly in a resume. If you are not properly alignment, HR thinks that okay, he's not interested to check the resume alignment as well. Well, when he comes to into the job, like when you go into the job also, like whether you do properly or not, because your resume is not well aligned, like that HR thinks. It just takes 2 minutes to get the proper alignment. Yeah, ATS reads resumes like humans. No, it is a misconception that ATS won't read resumes like humans. This software what actually do is according to the job description and all the necessary skills required. When you have that skills and key skills required by the company, which is given in the job description, those resumes only screened by the ATS. Then all these screened resumes again goes to the HR. From those only 20 from 100 only 25 are screened. Those 25 will go to the HR. Then HR again screens the resume. Then you will get the call from the HR. Yeah. You have to use standard fonts like Arial, Calibri. Don't use a modern and cursive writing fonts. See, I will show you. Yeah, this is our Times Roman. You can use any formal font, not only Calibri or Arial. You can use Times Roman also. It is a professional one. But don't use any type of cursive writing modern fonts. Clear section with headings. If you just write without any headings, so what will the HR will know? Like you have to maintain headings like name, your telephone, mail, your LinkedIn ID. When you are giving this, when you are entering this LinkedIn ID, make sure that you use hyperlinks. I will show you how hyperlinks work. This is the hyperlink. Just control plus click on this. Then it will redirect to your LinkedIn. It is not working here. I will show again. So the headings like career objective, your skills and abilities, good communication with quick learning. Make sure that you avoid gaps also. Computer knowledge and data entry, well organized individual with good research experience. You, if you have any experience or any internship you have done during your M-Form or B-Form studies, then you can add internship. Your education qualification, duration of the course when you are completed. You make sure that you enter both from and like 2016 to 2019. The duration of the course is must and should. Your location, any additional certification, like you have done any course like advanced diploma in clinical research domain professional. Institution name Rice Training Institute. Location Nellore. During on which duration you have obtained this certification in 2022. In any workshop you have participated during your studies, you can add these types of things which plays a major role in the interview process. Your project, if you add the project, make sure that you had enough knowledge about the project before going to the interview, because to check the communication skills, manager or hiring professional will ask that what are the how you played a major role during your project. So in this way they'll check your communication skills before going to the face-to-face interview. Make sure that you have enough knowledge about your project. Then you can have declaration that I hereby declare that information mentioned in the above is true, that of my best knowledge. Your location, date, and your name. This is the ATS-friendly resume which will work for any type of job opportunity. Just change the career objective according to the job description, and skills and abilities also you have to change according to the description. Experience will be same, because experience or work experience or internship experience will be same. Education will be same. Additional certification, everything will be same. You maintain this template to apply any kind of job. I don't encouraged to use the single resume, because every job description and every key skills, every requirement of the job will changes according to the position they are hiring. So you have maintained a proper template. Just change the career objective and skills and abilities section. These two career objective and skills and abilities only you have to change according to the job description. Okay. Resume do's, like use clear and simple formatting, optimize with job related keywords, save in the form of PDF or Word unless specified otherwise. Like some of the mostly companies will accept in the form of PDF or Word only. Avoid images, charts, and tables, because most of the people do that. They go to Canva and just pick up some random resume, and they will add the image to the resume. Please don't do that, because ATS software will clearly reject your resume if you add your picture. Don't use as I said, this, don't use any cursive or creative fonts. Okay. One thing is never place important info in headers or footers. Yeah, this is important, because your alignment is necessary. Please, what is the necessary information you have? Please don't mention in the lower column. Please, if you mention also, please highlight that. Yeah. When you compare before and after ATS optimization, before is a complex layout, fancy fonts, no keywords. It will clearly reject. ATS will clearly reject your resume. There is no doubt in that. When you have a clear cut resume which is ATS friendly, like simple structure, clear headings, and keyword optimization, then in the screening process, definitely it will reaches to the HR. Yeah, this is some softwares you can mm, get in the Google. Just type like jobs can resume word, Grammarly, etc. Free templates like Google Docs in the Canva you get. If you want to yeah, learn more about this ATS-friendly resume, you can check the articles of like search top 20 ATS keywords for 2025. You will get a lot of articles in the Google Scholar or in the PubMed. You can download and learn from that. Yeah, that's it, guys. If you have any questions or queries, Yeah, Shweta, for sure I'll share everything. Any other doubts? Like if you need any assistance, like how you have to use the tools and all. Yeah, another resume I have mine. I will show that. If you want to, I don't want this word or any type of contact. This word, then a simple resume I'm having. You can use that one. I will try to share the link also. Yeah, this is my first resume with a minimal type of graphics I had added to this one. You can see contact and very minimal, but you can add these type of graphics and all minimal items to just to impress the HR because only there are many types of HF actually. Some won't accept that very old format you are bringing to me in the Word format. Some modernized style they want. Then you can use this type of resumes with a very minimal, with very minimal objects placed. Yeah, that's it, guys. For sure, I will share everything. Yeah, there is for fresher. Can we prepare resume with 2 pages? How can you get 2 pages resume as a fresher? I don't know. Better you take and go a single paper. Make it simple. Still, any questions? Just a wait a minute, guys. Now I will mute.
Guys, there are any other questions relating to the topics what I have discussed earlier or to the resume building? So, do you have any questions? I have seen Seema Gupta is asking, you can demonstrate any website to check resume as ATS friendly. You can use ChatGPT. You can post your resume in the ChatGPT and you can give a prompt please check this my resume is ATS friendly or not. It will give
Yes,
you the feedback.
yeah.
Okay,
Actually,
if
when
you
you
want
are
to check if your resume is as per the means before forwarding to anyone, you can check whether your resume is ATS friendly or not. Post that one in the chat GPT. Give a prompt like whether this one is ATS friendly or not. Please check. Then it will give you the feedback. That is one great option we are having with the chat GPT. And
yeah, I
the
had
freshers
posted.
can we prepare resume with 2 pages? Resume, someone is asking, someone else is asking. Oh, who is this one?
I'll suggest that don't complicate your resume. What you will get for a fresher resume, please have a single page resume. Don't complicate your resume. If you take very long resume, then you will get many questions from the HR actually. So yeah, my suggestion is please avoid those type of long format resumes. Have a single one. If you have done any multiple certifications also, according to the job role you are going to give interview, then place only those certifications which are important for that job. If you are
Which
going
are
to
very
have
relevant. Which are very
these
relevant.
are very relevant because if you are going to attend a form business interview, then don't add a clinical data management, clinicals as on all these things.
And Zubair, one request from her side. Joshua is waiting in the joining letter. Please admit him. Joshua. His name is Joshua. Please admit him.
Yeah, had
And
admitted.
yes, I also agree with Zubair. So as a fresher, it is suggested to avoid your resume in 2 pages. Okay, please don't do that one. So whatever the certifications you have, the relevant to the job you are applying, please only keep those things, and the courses you have done relevant to the course only you have done. Or if you want to keep all those things, just be take a professional and format it correctly, and don't do too much of formatting also. Format cleanly. You can use Canva for this one, but don't use the images, such kind of things, and the too much of formatting also. Okay, for small things you can do formatting, and you can fix um four pages of information into 1.5 page by formatting. So you can easily fix these 2 pages information into 1 page by using this Canva and other options. And any website to check resume is okay, I answered. The CPC certificate is same for all countries, or do I get, yes, there are many other certificates also. Not only CPC certificate is for India. There are other certifications are there which are available. So, so if you want to apply for all those things, so once you enter this industry, you can understand all these things, and which country accepts what kind of CPC certification. And Meghna, you can personally message me. I'll answer your question. I know you are from rice training. Meghna, you are a rice training student, right? So I'll answer you. So if you want to go abroad, so there are many certifications are available. So, but if you are a certified CPC coder and you have a little bit experience in India, then also you are eligible. Yes, many countries ask their personal certification also, but it is not very tough, because the coding is a globalized thing. Everywhere the coding is same, right? I hope this suits your question, Meghna. And what to add if no any experience or internship as a fresher? Your qualification is more than enough. Your B Pharmacy Pro, you can add your if you are a B Pharmacy student or Pharmacy student, or if you are a M Pharmacy student, you can add your graduation details. You can add your project work details. Okay, that is a must thing. You must have done your project work, right? And also some kind of industrial training. If you are B Pharmacy students, you must gone through a industrial training. You can mention that one. And if you are a pharmacy student, you might have done some internship also. You can mention your internship and also the project work. If you are a M Pharmacy students, you can mention both B Pharmacy, M Pharmacy project works. Okay, if you want to fill up the resume to a 1 page, if you have no other options, start with the career objective and make sure you are interested in that company. Like how Zubair had said, why this company? Why you are choosing this company? So mention your details, education, your objective, education details, and your project work, and your skills. Obviously you must include your skills in a resume. So you, as a fresher also, you must have some skills to get a job, whether it's a MS Office, MS Word, or the Excel sheet. Of course Excel sheet not required. You might have experience on PPTs, right? Good at communication skills or any other kind of things. You can mention the other skill which are only professional. Don't mention dancing, don't mention swimming. No, those are hobbies, and you might be a very good skilled person in those things also, but those are not professional things. No need to mention. Which are relevant to the your career, you can mention these things and add why that company you are choosing, and show your interest in a resume. You can easily have 1 page. That is more than enough.
Yes, ma'am. Actually, many people do as a fresher is they will add their hobbies. what HR will do with your hobbies? There is nothing to do with your
Yes.
hobbies actually.
So no need to mention your personal details also. Like I'm a nuclear family. My father does things. My mother does this one. My sister is doing this. No need. Okay. Only professional things mentioned in the resume.
Yeah.
And
In addition
Manideep,
to
I
this,
hope this
yeah,
I answered your question.
ma'am, in additional to this, Manidip, I want to add a one point. If you don't have any experience or internship as a fresher, please try to do any certification course, which will definitely plays a major role because hardly it will increase your chances to 90% to get into the job if you have done any certification course.
Okay. So you are, I'm not sure what is your name, but you have given your name as you are. Your ID shows this one. Is there any part-time job option we can do with the B pharmacy? There are a few part-time jobs are there. You can work as an intern in few of the um, as what is this? So from few
Clinical
startup
pharmacy.
companies, some institutes, which they really requires who have some knowledge. Like you can work as an interns. Okay, and in CROs also you can do these part-time jobs, but you must have a close recommendation and close follow with these things of with these kind of things. And I'm weak in communication. Is this affect my job opportunity? Uh, yes, I'm sorry to say this frankly. If you are weak in communications, it is not a bad thing. First thing, everyone have this problem because most of are from the vernacular language only. So we use our local language here. So most of us have this problem. It is not a bad thing to share, but we always try to improve your communication skills if you want to be there in the pharma IT industry. Okay, because you are not only going to deal with the local people here. Every organization consists of national employees, means all the people from the every part of the country. Okay, so um Zubair, you can stop the recording. So we can have this, we need to communicate with everyone. So if you take a small, I mean, in Hyderabad only, in your organization, you people are from the West Bengal, people are from the Gujarat, people are from the Tamil Nadu.